Hi, my name is Kate. I'm also known as twolittlekits, and welcome to my FlossTube. Happy New Year! If you're new here, I've been doing FlossTubes since 2022, I think. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sounds right. Maybe even 2021. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember. I'm just really excited to have you here. I've got a lot to talk about, and of course I've put off getting started, so I have to pick up my kids soon. So let's get started. We're going to dive right into works in progress because I've touched on quite a number of different projects this fortnight. Let's start with my car project because I've already got it out because I actually no-frayed the edges of this piece just now. Well, like an hour ago, so it's all dry. This is the piece. It is the Secret Grove Stitch Along by Needle Lot Designs. I've just finished, as of this morning, the first section, or the first release, I guess. And you can see I've just started on the next one. Am I pointing in the right spot? Yeah, down here. And over here. So that's the owl that's in the pattern that I've started on. But man, the use of colors in this is just amazing. And I'm so glad I'm doing this on navy fabric because it just looks lovely. Obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but I'm really far behind on this. The next release, let me see. Next release of this is in 2 weeks, and yeah, I won't catch up, but that's okay. I never planned on staying caught up with this stitch along because this is my car project, so I just work on it when I'm out and about. But I am doing it release by release, not just like whatever I feel like that's available. So hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. And it's very pretty. Before I continue, if you hear a creaking or weird noises like that, it is the cat. He is on that kind of noise. He is in the box that's on my desk. I will take a photo right now, actually. Yeah, I'll overlay that photo so you can see what I mean. But I realized that he's been in that box my last 2 floss tubes, and he shifts around a lot and it makes that weird noise where it creaks. I don't know how else to describe it. And I have no explanation for what's going on. So that's what it is. Anyway, let's keep going. The next work in progress is another stitch along because most of my stuff I realized this week are stitch alongs. It is Night of the Frost Dragon by Flossie Fox Shop, which I'm really close to finishing parts 1 and 2. So once I'm done parts 1 and 2 for this project, I will be working on it part by part, similar to the Secret Grove that I just showed you. I'm really far behind on this one too, which makes sense because when it started, I was really busy with ornaments. Part 5 just got released yesterday, so yeah, I'm far behind. But this is like I said, parts 1 and 2, which is 1 and 2, and then 3 is a continuation up here. 4 is down here and 5 is back up here. This is really hard to work on because it's on black. Now that we've got some brighter colors and more, I shouldn't say more, I should say less sparseness with the piece itself, I'm really enjoying how this is looking on black. So I'm glad that I've stuck with it and am trudging along slowly. I am planning, once I finish these 2 parts, of unpicking my little grid that you can see, which is just done with sewing thread. I'm planning on making the fixes that I need to, not with more sewing thread, because I didn't grid it properly. If you're new here, some of the grid is wonky, like this top row is 1 square too high, and this is the halfway point. So as you can see, it weaves up and down halfway and then up and down the other half. So this bottom half is either I think it's 1 square too close. Yeah, that'll be my guess. I'm just looking at the front. It's 1 square too close. So everything here, I will be having to be really mindful about where I stitch it, basically. So anyway, my plan is to not redo the grid because the grid took so long and I'm not a fan of this kind of grid. I've learnt that the hard way. but now I know. I do have a white sewing pencil that I'm using. I've got it here actually because I've got the project here. It lives currently in my project bag for the Secret Grove. So it's this DMC, it's just branded DMC. It's just this sewing pencil that washes out, basically. It does eventually rub off, like while you're handling the project, but I would much rather draw dots than this. So yeah, I don't like this. I know a lot of people do like this, but I'm nervous about removing the stitches, the grid, I mean, with all the stitches there. I've been doing my best to not pierce the sewing thread, but it's really hard sometimes. So I'm going to be unpicking that and just experiencing how difficult it'll be to take it all out. So yeah, anyway, that's that piece. I got distracted. The next piece is one that I haven't shared for a little while. It has been removed from its hoop because my hand was starting to cramp because it's a massive hoop. 10 inches? I don't know. I'm bad at visualizing inches. It's this piece here, which is Pretty Little Seattle. So I've been stitching it in hand for a little while now because yeah, holding it here but working up here was really cramping my hand and do not recommend. So there's that. I have just taken out, because this piece I've been working on the colors, sort of drip feeding them into the project bag rather than what I would normally do, which would be have all of the colors all at once for the project. I've been grabbing like 5 colors at once, stitching them, then changing them over, and I've got the colors on my desk somewhere. There they are. Yeah. But anyway, that's that piece. This one has been a work in progress for a while. I want to say I probably started it in 2023, but honestly I don't remember. I did hope that I would finish it last year because the other 2 in the series that I've been doing, so, sorry, this one is, I did say it was Pretty Little Seattle, but it's by Satsuma Street. So the other Pretty Little Cities by her as well that I've done, I finished them in 2022 and 2023, and I was hoping to keep the pattern going, but anyway, it's not a big deal. I'll try and finish it this year, and then I have to figure out what to do with them all. They'll probably get framed in hoops. Basically, there are 3 cities that she's done that my husband and I have either lived in or lived near. So yeah, there's that one. And that was fun to stitch because it's just like chunks of color. I like it. My next work in progress, another stitch along, but it finished a while ago. I think it finished in 2022. It started in 2022. There's a big cat fur on it. This is The Haunted Library by Lola Crow Cross Stitch. And so I was keeping up with it while it was active, but something came up and I just fell behind, and then I was unmotivated to work on it basically. But yeah, I picked it up sort of November last year again, and I'm working on the remaining sections that I haven't completed, which is up here, and I've caught up to this part here, so this is active now. And then this one here, this one here, and this one here. Hopefully you could see that because I was looking through the fabric of what I was pointing at. Yeah, it's a lot more done on this since I last shared it. I was focused on it yesterday, actually. I was enjoying just how easy it was to work on. I haven't done any of the back stitching on this piece, and I am kind of miffed that I decided initially to leave it till the very end to do the back stitching. So wish me luck on that. Yeah, and it'll look really cool once the back stitching is put into it. That one's awesome. I recommend it. I recommend all of Lola Crow's stitch alongs. They're very cool. So yeah, like I said, stitch alongs galore for my works in progress. But I'm happy that I've picked up 2 older projects, because I know a lot of people who work on a project, they put it aside for a little while and then it just gets completely forgotten. And I have been trying very hard to not be one of those people. My last work in project is a new one, which if you've watched my FlossTube, you probably would have expected that. and it is my new flower meadow. So this is my DIY cross stitch pattern called Flower Meadow. I haven't done today's flower, so this is just until yesterday. Yay! Let me change the position of the light so you can see it a bit better. So those are my flowers so far for the year. Funny thing with this was that when I stitched the little board here, I did it on the 1st of January, not the 31st or beforehand. But I did the classic, I haven't realized it's the new year yet. And I did this as 2024. And my daughter looked at it, and she took one look at it, and she's like, it says 4 though. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So yeah, this is this year's flower project, which yeah, hopefully you're doing a year-long project too. Hopefully it's a flower meadow or a flower field, and you can join in with me. That would be awesome. But I'm nervous and excited. The main reason I'm nervous is because this is the whole of my fabric. I'm just worried that I've given myself too much of a border, that I don't know, I'm gonna run out of fabric basically. So fingers crossed I don't. So that's the last work in progress that I've done. I feel like that's a really good segue into finished pieces, because I do have a finished piece. And again, if you've watched my FlossTube, you will know which one it is. And plus the thumbnail gives it away too. This is my humongous flower field for 2024. I am so proud of this. I'm so happy with how it's come out. I love it a lot. Especially the last couple of days, but the last month of it, I just kept finding myself doing this, just gazing at it, I guess, looking for patterns, looking for mistakes, looking for just, I don't know, just looking. And like, I can't stop now. It's kind of mesmerizing, to be honest, that all of these little flowers depict a day of the year. And yes, a lot of them weren't stitched on the day that they represent, but that's okay. Like I'm okay with that. Just like I'm okay with the mistakes that are in it, I'm okay with it. I would love to hear your feedback on this and what you think of this as a project, because it's a little different from just a regular temperature piece. It's random. It requires you to put a little bit of effort in, like not a lot extra, but just a little bit of effort into what's going to happen that day, rather than just, oh, what was the temperature today? And you don't have to worry about the shape that you're about to stitch, but just the right color. Like I'm currently writing a blog post that wraps up this project, and I'm very proud of the idea and the execution and the fact that I did this, that I made one. Because the main reason I did this and that I'm doing Flower Meadow is so that I have an example of what it could look like as a finished piece. Don't ask me what I'm going to do with it, because I have no idea. Honestly, I have zero idea of what to do with it. I'm not interested really in framing it and hanging it up somewhere in the house, because 2024 was a nothing year. Like nothing really happened that was life-changing or anything like that. It was just a leap year, basically. I don't know. Hopefully that isn't too rambly. Anyway, I've just sunk down in my seat. I'm gonna put this back over there, because if I fold it, that's gonna ruin it. Okay, I gotta be quick. I have to be quick. I wish I didn't have to be quick. I left this too late. I sat down here at 10 o'clock this morning, and I thought to myself, just record it, just do it, just get it done. And I didn't. I left it for over 2 hours. Anyway, the next thing that I want to talk about is Two Little Kit stuff. I have my first pattern for the year available on my website. I talked about it last FlossTube, but it's live and available now. It's this piece here. I might do that because it annoys me. This is called Owl Issues, and I just think it's silly and funny, and I like it. I hope you like it too. It's available on my site. It doesn't cost that much. It's fun to stitch up. It's really easy, very beginner friendly. It does use 15 colors, which is a little higher than what I try to do for a lot of my patterns. I try to keep it at like 12 colors for a piece this size. I don't know, I guess I got away from myself a little bit. But yeah, let me know what you think. And the reason I'm covering it up in these specific spots is because I accidentally bent the mat board and I'm grumpy about it. So yeah, let me know what you think of this piece, and if you are considering grabbing it and stitching it either for yourself or for someone else, let me know. That'd be great to hear. The other thing that is Two Little Kits related, I have some new blog posts on my website. One of them, like I said, I'm currently finishing writing and I'm hoping to publish today once I've picked up my kids from school and everything. But the other ones I have is the cross-stitch Christmas gifts that I have been making for my family the last 3 years, I think. Yeah, I did it again for 2024, and I wanted to share those pieces as a blog post. Just to, I've been making more of an effort to house everything on my website so that there is a reference to it in some way that's also kind of like a portfolio, I guess. But yeah, there's those 3 pieces on there that you can check out. And there's links to the patterns that I used, that I purchased as references. The other one is a catch-up piece of a finished piece that I did back in 2022. It's a baby announcement finished piece, so that's super cute, and I'm really happy to get that on my website as it's been way too long in the making. And the final blog post that's on my website is 12 habits to break for cross stitch. I spent a long time sort of figuring out what those bad habits could be based on either what I've read online that people have been doing or seen people doing online, or what I have done myself. And hopefully those things are helpful for a beginner who's new to cross stitch and might be doing those things, or might think, oh, okay, well, that's the way I should be doing it this way, or, oh, that's good to know that I'm doing it the right way, or whatever it is. So yeah, hopefully those help. And if you, all of the links will be in the description, and if you click on them and read through them, the posts, don't forget to leave a comment and let me know what you think. That'd be great. We're gonna speed through the last section because I just realized there's only one part, which is IRL stuff. And I've still got a couple of minutes, so let's do this. It's not a lot to cover. My kids went back to school this week, so yay. Unfortunately, after the first day back, in the very early hours of Tuesday morning, my eldest came creeping into our bedroom and promptly told us that she had puked everywhere. So she ended up needing to stay home from school for the following 3 days. She only just went back today. Poor thing, but oh my gosh, I was not mentally prepared for something like that. I had so much plans and appointments for this week that it was just, so, I don't even know the word. I was just like, oh man. So I spent a lot of time on the couch with her while she just sort of watched TV or played Minecraft or whatever, and I was on my laptop trying to get some work done and stuff like that. So yeah. That sucks, but she's better now, and that's awesome. I did go to see, and I'm realizing that I'm being bad right now actually, because I haven't put it back on. Oh, I've got glue on my finger. Anyway, from the no fray, I had some glue on my finger. That was fun to peel off. Yeah, I went to see my primary care doctor because since just before Christmas, I've had a really sore wrist. Normally when that happens, it's usually because I sleep like, or in like T-Rex arms and everything. And it goes away either by the end of the day or the next day. And it lingered and lingered and lingered. And I just was like, this is ridiculous and painful. So I booked an appointment hoping that I could cancel it because I had to book it way in advance because of that time of year. And turns out I have tendonitis in my left wrist. I'm supposed to be wearing a brace, which I'll be grabbing before I head out the door. Yeah, one with like a splint down the inside of your wrist. Yeah, I have to wear that for another 2.5 weeks and do Voltaren if it starts getting really sore again. But fingers crossed that I don't need to go and get like an MRI or something, because it is feeling a bit better, or actually a lot better today. I went to the doctor on Monday, so it's been a couple of days. I'm learning the hard way that my body is not as young as it used to be. Anyway, the last thing that's happened is I went to see my foot doctor, and I am not doing great. It is doing a lot better the last couple of days, which is nice and promising. But the next steps to try and help my foot is I'll be doing physical therapy. I don't know what that's gonna be like, because my toe bones are fused together now, so like, I don't know. But the other thing that I'm gonna be trying, and I'm kind of terrified, is acupuncture. And if you don't know why I'm terrified, it's because I don't like needles. And my phobia with needles is it's some foreign object piercing through my skin that shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be doing that. And I know I say that with my ears pierced, but I took a very long time to be okay with this. I got it done when I was 12. And even sometimes still I'm like, ah! Just freak out about it for no reason. So acupuncture seems like slight torture, but I'm told that you barely feel anything. So fingers crossed for me, please. Because there's people who have done acupuncture raved about how it's helped them with pain management and everything. So yeah, I'm nervous but hopeful. And that's everything. That's like a speed run through FlossTube, I think, even though that tells me I've been recording for a long time. So I will leave it there because I have run out of time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for commenting and liking and sharing with friends. And again, Happy New Year. I have plans and hopes for this year that we can make it fun and creative and colorful and just joyful and good for our mental health. So I hope that you come along on my journey with me, because this year will be eventually my 100th FlossTube will get released, and I am trying to figure out what I can do to celebrate that. So if you have any ideas on that, drop a comment below. That would be great. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the internet. Bye.